Hey everyone, I'm Lincoln Parks. Welcome to the I'm Local podcast. In a world where big corporations dominate the market, it's easy to forget about the unique and vibrant businesses that make our communities thrive. That's why I created the I'm Local podcast, a podcast dedicated to showcasing the incredible stories and contributions of local businesses just like yours. Each episode, I'll be diving into the heart and soul of a different local business. We'll hear from the passionate entrepreneurs behind the scenes as they share their personal journeys, their business philosophies, and the challenges and triumphs that make ownership so rewarding. Whether you're a longtime resident looking to rediscover the hidden gems in our own backyard, or an aspiring entrepreneur seeking inspiration and guidance, I'm Local is here to connect you with the stories that matter most. So buckle up, get ready to be inspired, and join me as we explore the fascinating world of local businesses on I'm Local. My name is Lincoln Parks, and I want to welcome you guys to the I'm Local podcast. Today, I am extremely excited to have with me Miss Tiffany Muhammad from Extreme Synergy LLC. Tiffany, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thanks for having me, Lincoln. I'm excited.
Awesome. So, what I wanted to just get started with was, what is Extreme Synergy LLC, and what do you do?
Yes, so Extreme Synergy LLC is a service-based business where we do fingerprinting background checks. I'm a notary, I'm a signing agent, as well as tax services, where we're assisting local communities and surrounding cities with background checks and any services that we can that I've mentioned.
Okay. So what kinds of businesses do you typically work with?
Yes, so it can be an individual coming in for employment purposes. It could be an actual business or organization looking to, run a background check history for employees. Or it could also be with government agencies assisting with background check services and screenings as well.
Okay, awesome. So I'm interested, really curious to find out, like, how did you even get into, all of this? Like, where did this come from? Were you interested in this as a, through high school, as a kid, at college? Where did this come from?
Ah, that's a great question. So I can give you a little background about myself. I'm actually a McDonough native. I graduated from Henry County High School. I began my
Okay,
career in the corporate sector where I kind of gained a lot of um, business expertise and hands-on experience. I graduated from Atlanta Technical College with my accounting and associate's degree, and then a bachelor's in business and administration. From there,
awesome.
I joined a fingerprinting classes where I was certified, and then also gained training for fingerprinting services. From there, I purchased the equipment needed for the biotechnology, um, and I started out mobily. So I was getting calls to kind of go to people's homes or businesses, and from there, I opened up an office space, and everything is history. And then for my other services, I got my notary commission from the Superior Court in Henry
Yes.
County, became a signing agent. I've done several loan signings, debt settlement signings, and then tax services. Being an entrepreneur, you have to be able to expand your services if you're not seeing the necessary
That's right.
return if needed. So that's kind of how I started out.
Okay. Well, okay. So you mentioned, I mean, that's a lot because, yeah, and when I mean a lot, I mean you're doing a lot of services, which is great, which a lot of people need, and they don't necessarily know that they need you or how they can find you and that kind of thing like that. And then what's really exciting is you graduated from Henry County High School. I mean, so that's rare. There's a lot of people that moved into Henry County that over the years, as you know, that have not. They come from all over the world, right? So
So
you being a
true.
Henry County native, being here, born and raised in Henry County is amazing. So just tell me a little bit about that. Your family history and your background. And you being a Henry County native.
So I've actually been in Henry County since third grade. It's been a great community. I've seen it grow. Oh my God, has it grown? Um,
Yes, yes,
there's been a lot of businesses, coming and going. But for me, um, Henry County has been a great place for me, for the community, for my family, and actually now doing business. It's kind of come full circle for me, graduating from
Yeah.
here, living here, seeing it grow,
Yes.
seeing the economic change here in Henry County. It's come full circle, and I'm so excited to be able to serve the community and have a business here to kind of give back and provide that customer experience for people that need my services.
That's great because okay, so yeah, and we get real on this podcast. So I because people are going to be listening to this, they're going to be watching this, and I want you to really share like what are some maybe some triumphs, and then also like what are some hurdles that you had to overcome in order to be where you are.
Yeah, so some triumphs, I would say, as I spoke before, I started out mobily. And I started
Yeah.
out where I was kind of going to my clients, where now what has really worked for me has been opening an office space. Sometimes people don't want to necessarily have you come to their home, especially with COVID and, different
Right.
things that has
Yeah.
happened. So
Yeah.
having an office space has really allowed me to generate more customers. It has really allowed me to kind of create brand awareness through my marketing, actually have a facility.
Yes.
So that has been really, really helpful for me, I would say.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, and you mentioned some of the marketing and some of the things that you're doing. So how were you able to just get your name out there? What are some of the things that you're doing? Maybe you could share with some other folks that are listening and watching that maybe you can help them out.
Most definitely. I think one of the biggest things for me was joining the Henry County Chamber of Commerce. Being a new
Yeah.
business, even though I'm a native and I've been here forever, opening a business is a whole different ball game. So being connected to
Yes.
the Henry County Chambers where they, have small business meetings, different networking and collaboration opportunities to kind of even meet with other businesses has been, oh my God, phenomenal and has been truly helpful,
Yes.
and I'm
Yes.
actually located right near the Chamber of Commerce. So I've received
Okay.
customers that have came from the chamber, from, just me being in that
That's
directory
phenomenal.
and being a member. So I would say that has been the most helpful thing, especially with being a new
Mm.
startup company.
Let me interrupt this broadcast to share this information with you. The I'm Local podcast is brought to you by My Local Henry. We Are Henry magazine and the Henry County Chamber of Commerce. My Local Henry is a local directory in Henry County dedicated to featuring small businesses and showcasing all the latest events in Henry County, Georgia. List your business as a free local listing or upgrade for a featured business listing. Learn more at mylocalhenry.com. The podcast is also brought to you by We Are Henry magazine. Since 2012, We Are Henry has set the standard for excellence as the premier hometown magazine for citizens of our wonderful community. With a vision and a passion to connect family and friends through experiences, We Are Henry's pages are filled with human interest stories, information on local events, dining, and all the happenings that make our county so special. We are dedicated to telling the stories of the great people in Henry County. The more we learn and know about these that live around us, the more we are able to become a tight-knit group of citizens. We are moving and growing together, and our community is our home, and we are Henry. The I'm Local podcast is also brought to you by the Henry County Chamber of Commerce. The Henry County Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving the business's climate and making our community the best place to live, work, and play. Founded more than 50 years ago in 1967, your chamber is a highly proactive and visible influence in Henry County and the entire South Metro region. The ultimate task of the chamber is an economic development. Not only do they work to bring new businesses into our rapidly growing county, they also strive to ensure that our existing businesses thrive and that newcomers and visitors recognize what Henry County has to offer. As such, the Convention and Visitors Bureau operates under the umbrella of the Chamber. Now, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Yeah, I can't second that enough. Being a part of the Henry County Chamber of Commerce, and actually they are a sponsor of this
Awesome.
podcast. And so having that small, like you mentioned, the small business connections,
Hmm.
other people that are in the same where you are, or maybe they're more experienced or less
Yes.
experienced in business, and you're able to share that information with what you learn with others, and they're able to do that vice versa. So yeah, I definitely say the chamber is very important. So one of the other questions I have for you is like, what would you say is your business mission? What's your mission statement?
Yes, I would say that my mission statement is to be the go-to fingerprinting notary service, tax service provider in the community. I want to be that reliable, accurate, convenient service that you can go to, expect a great customer experience. When they think of fingerprinting background checks or other services that I mentioned, they think of Extreme Synergy. That is my mission.
Mm. Yeah, and that's a great mission because when you want to be top of mind when anybody
Hmm.
thinks about this, if people are online and they're searching, you want them to see you, and you want them to come to you, and just that brand recognition. You want them to be able to utilize your business services. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I'm blown away because it the experience that you have, and I've seen some of the stuff through the chamber. I've been involved in the chamber for years, and I've heard your name come up multiple times in conversations, and they're just saying how they've done business with you and how professional you are, and how professional your business is, and that goes a long way when you're talking about brand recognition in the community. So another question I have for you is, what do you feel your business brings to the community, and how is your business giving back to the community?
That's a great question. So I mentioned it before, a great customer experience. I put my customers first. I treat my customers as if it was me going into a brick and mortar needing a service. I think
Right.
that is what sets my business apart is my great customer experience. I make sure that I follow through, I follow up, and I'm communicating effectively with my customers and just providing a great customer experience. I think that is the most important thing because that is how, word of mouth is a big marketing tool as well. So, having a great customer
Absolutely.
experience is what really makes, I think, Extreme Synergy stands out.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, okay, so this next segment is sort of like a rapid fire kind of
Okay.
segment. Just asking a couple questions, and then you tell me how you feel. We'll go back and forth for a little bit. So, the first question is: do you have any hidden talents that nobody knows about?
I would say yes. I'm very creative. I can paint. I also make candles.
Okay,
So I'm very creative, kind of artsy, craftsy. Um, I
okay.
love to paint, draw. I'm very artsy. I would say that's a hidden talent.
Okay, okay. I love that. I love that. So, we have other businesses that are a part of My Local Henry, the Chamber, and and other organizations, and they do the painting, they do the arts and crafts, and so, what is your favorite local business? It could be a restaurant, be anything that you like to frequent.
Oh goodness. So I would say Pure Wine and Zen. I've actually went to that. It's a mimosa place restaurant, nice restaurant, and the owner is also a member of the chamber. Um, where it was just a great experience. Me and my friends went there
Yeah.
for a birthday party or birthday gathering, and it was just a great experience, great food. So I would definitely say Pure Wine and Zen mimosas.
Okay, okay. Well, definitely, we have to make sure we make a connection with them, and any recommendation that anybody has on this podcast, I usually go and frequent. So I'm gonna go, and I love supporting other businesses and small businesses. So I'm gonna go and support them just because you said that. I'll tell them you sent me.
Awesome.
All right. The last question I had for you is, what advice would you give to a small business or an entrepreneur, someone that's just getting started? They're looking at this and they're inspired by your story and what you do and giving back to the community. What advice would you give to someone like that?
I would say, always know your market, do your research, understand your space from your customer journey to, how the customers are coming into your door, where are they getting your information from. So knowing your business inside and out is a great
Yeah.
tool. And I will also say, show up for yourself, answer your phone. A
Yeah.
lot of great advice that I received, or customers that I've received is like, hey, you were the only one to answer your phone. So answer your phone,
Wow.
right? So answer your phone, show
Yes.
up for yourself. I would say that's the best advice I can give you. And make sure you know your market. Do your research. Do your research on your competitors. Do your research within the community. Learn from experts. I would say that is
Yes.
the most great advice that has helped me as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's I second that. That is great advice. I'm glad you shared that. So in wrapping up, is there, anything that you would like to say that, that can also help other folks? And then also on top of that is, where can people find you? Where can they do business with you if they want to connect with you?
Yes, I would just say if you're looking for fingerprinting services, if you're an individual, if you're a business, if you're the government looking for fingerprinting service, please reach out to us to help you. We do fingerprinting background checks. We can transmit directly to the FBI. We do ink fingerprinting as well as on-site fingerprinting if you want us to come to you. I would say you can find me by on Instagram at extreme underscore synergy, Facebook,
Okay.
Extreme Synergy Fingerprinting Notary Services, and LinkedIn, Extreme Synergy Fingerprinting Notary Services as well.
Awesome, awesome. And you can also find Tiffany's business on My Local Henry. She has a listing there on My Local Henry as well. So, I really appreciate you, Tiffany, for jumping on today and really sharing your story and being vulnerable and giving advice to other businesses and entrepreneurs as well. Guys, go out and support Tiffany's business. She's a local business here in Henry County, graduated from Henry County High School. You don't need to know anything else. She's doing great things in Henry County, and the professionalism and everything that I've heard, even before this, that you're what you're doing in the community is helping so many people out. So thank you for being on again. Truly appreciate your advice and support for other businesses.
Thank you, Lincoln. I appreciate this opportunity.